Good morning. I'm Lisa and welcome to Living Life with Lisa. And today we're on our way to see some Amish. We're going to go eat at a Amish restaurant, and then we're going to go check out the grocery store and maybe some quilts and some other stuff, and then we're going to go over to a place that actually at one time did tours and stuff. So if we get to do the tours, I'll bring you along because we can film the tours, but we can't actually film Amish people unless they either don't know about it or we have their permission, because it's against some of the sects believe that it's that pictures are a graven image, and that it's against the religion to have pictures taken. So and also their dolls don't have eyes, so if I find a doll, I'll show you their dolls, because they think that's a graven image too. And so I'll show you what I can, and I won't show you what I can't. So we'll bring you along and just kind of see what's going on. And hopefully today we'll get to see some quilts and some other stuff. So this is kind of a little different. We're not going to talk about dementia today. We're going to talk about Amish people. So stick around. We'll see you in a little bit. Should we get cookies today? Yeah, I want cookies.
Excuse me. Oh, chip. They got sorghum. What's a sorghum?
Syrup.
So that's enough?
Yep.
Here, you can't buy anything else now. Basket's full.
Yep. So we're gonna have to get a cart now. We haven't even gotten to the grocery store. Look at all that sugar.
Yeah. There's bread.
Ooh, that sounds good too. Do you have Cypress potato chips where you live?
Do I have what kind?
Those kind of potato chips?
No.
They're real popular where I grew up.
Yeah.
And the factories up here, but they don't sell them very much around here.
Yeah.
And I love those chips. So every time the boys see them, they come running and go, "Your chips are here. They sell your chips here."
Oh, yeah.
Uh-huh.
I'm going to see if we can put this over there to get another one.
Okay, well, how about we just get a cart, and I'll push the cart and you push me.
Oh, all right. Well, then wait here. I'll get
Okay.
the card.
Yeah. I'll crawl in. You can pull me.
Can you hop in? Now push it. No, I charged this battery before I left home.
Well, we're at Amish Acres now, and so we're going to see what we can do. So hopefully we can take you along. See you in a bit. Bye. Show you the doll.
They do. Yeah, and it's not included, but you can, however you want to work that. But yeah, they do it. So the 20th is today. That is 2 adults. it on your ticket, if you can take that over there, we're gonna go.
On it.
That's okay, these are the adult tickets. So I got it all there, and if you hand that to the front desk at the restaurant.
That means grandfather in German. Now that's what I've been told. I've heard different people from different areas of Germany go, close, you know.
Großvater, yeah.
Well, the thing is, it gives you an idea of what the older couple would, when they decided to retire, they will build them a home, either separate or attached to the house. And another member of the family will either take over the farm or purchase the farm from them. But in the Amish way of life, everyone has a place.
In what age do they retire?
When they're ready. There's no set
there's
age.
No age? Just when they're not able to do the work anymore?
Yeah. When they feel like they can't do it to full capacity.
Oh, okay.
But then they're always near. You know, if they need advice or something, they're always there. Now, they are a Swiss and German descent. They love elongated homes, as you can tell by the porch. This one and the one we will be on. Now, if you wait right here, I'll show you this. This is called an iron foot. That repels rainwater. And it stops the wood from rotting.
Oh, that's right.
You have to remember, this house was built in 1893. So again, they're ahead. If you look at the guttering system, it goes down into a cistern. They would use that water for bathing and laundry. Okay, if you'll come on around. In other words, dehydration 100 years ago. Now, they didn't have refrigeration, nor did they can at the time. They would dry noodles, corn, and these are dried apples. They could do 13 bushels of apples at one time in a small house. There are 6 drawers on both sides. They go the full length of the building, 4 in the back that come forward. They would close everything up, moderate the temperature, which would take a good portion of the day. Then they would hang everything in burlap sacks in a storeroom in the house, the basement, or a granary.
I love apple butter.
Oh yeah.
Okay, my parents never did anything like that.
Now, this apple butter station, they do not use cast iron. If you put apple cider or tomatoes with cast iron, you have a chemical reaction that's going to make everything dark and bitter. They would use copper kettles. They still do today. In October, they make homemade apple butter down here in the courtyard. What they do is they fill it full of apple cider, cook it down to a certain consistency, add apple slices and spices, cook it down until they have apple butter. Now, they could get 12 gallons out of a kettle this size, but it's 18 hours of stirring like this. I cheat, I use a slow cooker. Now, this is our outdoor oven. We are very thankful that we have this. It's over 100 years old. 80 years ago, the dome collapsed. Now, Albert Coons, who was a member of the family, restored this for Amish Acres by memory. He filled it full of dirt to make a mold. Then he put the bricks on. Then he dug the dirt out, and we have our oven. Now, they would have the fire going so hot it would burn the walls clean. The bricks absorb the heat. Then they would put the ash down here. Then they would bake 15 loaves of cookies, pies, cakes, whatever they needed for a week, they did in one day. Would someone like to try a sugar cookie from our bakery?
Oh, yes.
Thank you.
Thank you.
You're welcome. And my fire's going real good. Now, they would go ahead and soak their meat in a salt brine with spices, hang it from hooks from the rafters till they got the smoke flavor that they wanted.
I'll get out of their way.
I know everybody says this smells so good. When I go home, my husband goes, "You've been at the fire again." Now, they are very self-sufficient, even today. These are inactive beehives right over here, the little white buildings. Now the grassy mound is a root cellar right here. That has a solid stone walled room.
Just pick up.
It's very large. There's a door on the outside. If the
Yep.
door stays closed, it'll stay 50 degrees in there year round. Another way of preserving food, but it's also a very good storm shelter. Now, this is a small animal barn.
I'm going to see if I can get his picture.
Okay.
But you're lucky to get the
Feathers.
picture. Normally they turn their tushies around to you when you try to take their picture. Yeah, they understand. They're pretty comical. But that's our small animal barn, and we do have another member in there. His name is Torpedo. It's a donkey.
Okay.
Torpedo.
Oh, normally he's out here arguing with me. I'm glad he's not.
Did we get to see him?
When we're done, if you have time, you can go right down and walk right in the barn and pet him. He is the most lovable guy. Now, this is the German bank barn, the Switzer bank barn. It has two entrances. The one at the top, you can take your soybeans, your alfalfa, straw, hay, corn, whatever you need. Okay, now we're going inside. The newspaper, can anybody guess?
Right.
Yeah, and guess what? It doesn't work.
You want to try to go in?
No, but you can go in.
Well, we can. Why don't we just go by the doorway?
Well-
She leaves the door open, we can hear.
Well, you can go in. I've been... He's not looking for a girlfriend.
Now, if you want to, there's another door right over there that will take you on a flat floor. Unless you want to come in. I'm just saying if you want to hear.
Oh, okay. Where's
You'll
it
see
at?
Right, it's right across from the oven.
Okay.
Now, if this is run continuously, that means there is some form of an emergency, and anyone within the Amish community would be here as fast as they could to help. Now, I talked about well. This is a stone well pump. You're on top of the well. It's under the porch. The water is so close to the surface it can easily become contaminated with bacteria and disease. Albert Kuntz would not restore this because he lost his mother and stepmother due to typhoid fever from a well like this. Now, when they discontinued this, they brought in a windmill. Now, that caused a windmill controversy in Natalie, Indiana. Over half of the conservative Amish said it was too much of the outside world coming in, too much mechanical. So they upped and moved west. Moses Staley didn't go west, though he agreed. He went to Kansas, which today is known as the Windy Windmill State. Now, when he did that, his father-in-law, Noah Nisley, who lived in Ohio, lost his entire farm due to a fire. He moved up here, purchased this farm, and after him and his wife retired, their daughter and son-in-law, Manassas Kuntz, this is where we get the Kuntz estate, they took over. The last person to live here was Manassas Kuntz. He died here in 1968 at the age of 98. The estate came up for auction. 4 businessmen purchased it. After a couple of years, Mr. Richard Fletcher, who was the owner and founder of Amish Acres, bought them out, and here we are. Okay, now we're going into the kitchen. In picture the entire house.
I see. That's over 150 years old.
The entire house was painted this color on the inside.
It's an awesome piece of furniture. And that is a butter churn. Only a rocket. Instead of doing the up and down motion with it. And a washing machine. Put water in here, boil it, stir it, and then use the lye soap to scrub it. Rinse it and run it through the wringer and hang it to dry. And they still do that. That's a water pump that was in this house, but they don't use it anymore because the water's too close to the surface and causes too much illness. It said they put the newspaper in the doorway to keep out the flies, but it does not work, so probably shouldn't use it. Well, we made it safely back home, and Cheryl's feet hurt, and we got home and they're settled in, and so we're gonna start eating some of those goodies that the Amish bake. So live life to the fullest and live life with no regrets, and we'll catch you next time. Bye bye.